Hey everybody, it's Roland Real from Complete Trader Academy with another daily review. Today is Monday, November 14, 2022. Let's jump right into it here. We had a pretty easy day, kind of a bit of a consolidating day as well. This is right above my cursor here. This is the daily candle here. So it opened up, gap down, opened up, came up, then came down and settled. So today's objective, as I was mentioning, one of the ideas yesterday was going to try to take out the high, kind of fizzle down a little bit and then go up and take the high and then come back down to come shoot for this imbalance. I thought I would have went straight down for the imbalance, got into this block, and then kind of rallied up a little bit and then settled in the middle for the news that we got coming up tomorrow and this week. But the profile ended up taking up the high, and it didn't take out the high. It pretty much got 3 points away, so still bearish. But now we got some clean equal highs up there, so a lot of liquidity sitting there. So definitely the news will probably take that out eventually. But we're still in this stigma here of being in a bearish leg of this lower high to this lower low, and we are still poking around this daily imbalance here, this supply block here that's keeping this bearish, or holding structure, I should say. So price has repriced everything here, and we start to see lower prices coming down, then we'll say it's been rebalanced, right? So let me just jump into a smaller time frame and show you the trades here. So today, just a 5-minute chart. Today we gapped down. Last night, price was playing around, took out those highs. Price came down, took out these lows, or even equal lows. Yeah. And then consolidating, took out that low, came up, took out that high. Now when we were here getting into this price range where the price came down, broke, came up, holding support, so to speak. The time is still London, and I'm not awake at London. I'm in the East Coast, so we're waiting for the 8:30 open. Anywhere before that or up till 9:30 New York, right? So price was starting to come up. Now the time is 8 o'clock, 8:20, 8:30, 8:40. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, we have this gap still left to fill. And now we have liquidity sitting up here, right? Well, they took this, but this is a high that, the open will probably take out. So I was thinking about sells here, but because of this gap, because of the highs that we discussed yesterday, here, previous day, here and here, I said price would come into this area above these highs, get into this imbalance here, and reprice. And that's exactly what it did. So price came down. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So price here, now the time, look at the time, 9:10, 9:15, and now 9:30. Look how 9:30 opened up, tapped this supply block right there, which was from 5 in the morning. And then you have another confirmation with this candle right there, sits on top of that, and then takes off hard, right? So higher high and then higher low. So price came down into here. You could have put a fib on here and caught this as well. I think it was at the 70 or 61, right? I'm not going to do that. You could do that yourself. And then that was another entry, another scaling right here. When this price went up and then came down, I think that was a 61, and then made this high. Now we're bullish, so we're going to keep flowing with the trend, right? So higher high and then higher low on a higher time frame. You would have had to have took your profit from these two entries, and as it came down, look what it did. Tapped right into this supply block this demand block right here. Look at that. See that? Another entry. So this was the real entry technically, as far as a properly scaled in, more holding trade would have been this from A, B, C, right? But what really matters is it tapped that block, took off to this thinner green line is the highs, previous highs. If you look here, previous high right there on Friday, and didn't break it, 3 points away. So when it started reacting hard and funny, you could have got in for the sell here. You had two ways to get into this sell. You could have wait for it to break on a lower. I actually have to go into a 1 minute to show you. See, once we broke here, right here, we had a lower low. So you figured you're gonna get a lower high, right? It's gonna come into this block here, come down, come up, come down again. So broke structure, and then price came back up into, I'm gonna show you, it's hard to show you. Well, let me just move this. Came into this block here. From this block up to here is a supply zone. So price tapped it in right here with this bullish candle right here. Tapped it, took off, never came back. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. See that? And then just follow the structure all the way down. Let me go back to a 5 minute. And then your intention was to take it below. Look at all this liquidity here. Buys here, buys here, buys here, buys here. So price now is taking out liquidity, because I don't care what anybody says, this is an algorithm. I don't care what anybody teaches. I don't care who invented this, whatever the case is, totally manipulated. So it's definitely ran by an algorithm. It's not a coincidence that the price let you buy here, buy here, buy here, but then take you out again, right? Just like how you were selling here, selling here, selling here, selling here, and selling here. It's not a coincidence that it went up and it took all these buys, all these sells, I mean, right? So that's the way it moves. And once you understand that, I think everything else will open up for you, which is straight gold for you, right? All right, so otherwise we took it down here. We took out these lows here, and then now we're sitting here, right? So, oh, and also just so you have an idea of how to have caught this trade, this fib from A, B, and then C was at the 50. See this 50? That's right there. And then that was some more confirmation of support. And then you it rallied up and came down, and you took this buy right here, right? So that was a way to catch this area. And then you could have used a fib. Well, I discussed the ones in here, but we don't have to discuss that again. So you can see order flow. It's not pretty, but you're thinking you're going to get this pretty order flow of higher low, higher high, higher low. But this is the way it gets delivered. So now what do we have? Well, we have this imbalance here. We have this major imbalance price run on the news of last week. So we could see ourselves, because now we got also clean highs here. So tomorrow we got news, right? Let's see here. Can I get to it for you? No, it's not there. We got news. Yeah, never mind. I'll check it later. So we got news tomorrow. I'm not sure what time it is, but at the end of the day, we're going to start seeing this low maybe get taken out. Since look where we closed. So this low can get taken out. We could fill this imbalance. The news can rally up here, take out the highs, then come down. We're in a consolidation situation, and it's pretty much a ping pong game right now. And then I'm expecting prices to get repriced here and all this stuff here, right? So watch as the Asia and London session give you the clues for what you're looking for, right? All right, hope this helps. Take care. God bless.